Philippine Guardians Brotherhood Incorporated 2020. Its brief history. Like any organization, the Philippine Guardians Brotherhood, Incorporated, PGBI, has its own story to tell. The PGBI as an organization did not just appear out of the blue. It has undergone its own process, and in the passing of time, it became as it is now, the Philippine Guardians Brotherhood, Incorporated, PGBI, with members coming from various sectors of the society from the once exclusive circles of men in uniform. The PGBI traces back its history when in the late 70s, a small group of non-commissioned officers led by then Constable First Class Liborio Abraham Hung Ao Jr. formed a small circle of military men and called themselves the Diablo Squad. It remained to be within the Mindanao area, and there was no significant growth of the organization as it limited its circle to military men. However, due to the noble purpose for which the organization was created, slowly the organization grew despite some sort of resistance from the higher command in the military. The group remained as an informal organization until March 12, 1984, when the Diablo Squad, CB, Brotherhood Association, Incorporated was registered with the SEC under registration number 119564. No constitution and bylaws was submitted to the Securities and Exchange Commission. However, barely 9 months after, another group called themselves as the Guardians Brotherhood Incorporated, GBI, applied for a SEC registration, and on December 10, 1984, the group was duly registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. It is worthy to note that in those two SEC-registered organizations, the 15 incorporators in each group are totally different. On April 18, 1986, another group, a product of the unification process on the different Guardians factions, registered with the Securities Exchange Commission under the name Guardians Center Foundation Incorporated. Of the 15 incorporators listed on the registration document of the Guardians Brotherhood Incorporated, 5 became part of the 15 incorporators of the Guardians Center Foundation Incorporated. The organization, as a result of unification efforts, significantly increased its members, especially when lots of civilians called the Magic Group have played active and exemplary role in the growth of the organization. However, it was perceived that there is still a need to unify further the organization, as some have been doing their activities on their own. Senator Gregorio B. Honasan II and his trusted men then started to solidify and intensify the recruitment of membership through more unification efforts. Though more unification efforts were undertaken in Mindanao and in other parts of the country, it did not achieve what the leaders were expecting. It was only when a national convention was called, primarily through the efforts of then Senator Gregorio B. Honasan II, that a greater impact of unification was felt. On June 26, 2000, the Securities and Exchange Commission registered and issued SEC registration number A20000885 to the Philippine Guardians Brotherhood Incorporated, PGBI. The following are the delegates coming from different regions and representatives from some major factions of the Guardians that drafted the PGBI Constitution and bylaws and the incorporators of the Philippine Guardians Brotherhood Incorporated, PGBI.
Fernando RMG Elsewhere Malimiyon, Representative Car Region. Isa Perfecto Virgil RMG Muhammad De Dios Jr., Representative NCR Region. Attorney Rex Alvin RMG Arab Bilagot, Representative Region 1. Miguel RMG Master Salomon, Representative Region 2. Isaac RMG Mel Padilla, Representative Region 3. Ernesto RMG Mau Makahiya. Representative Region 4. Attorney Romeo RMG Isarog Tayo. Representative Region 5. Steve SGF Skipper Martir. Representative Region 6. Attorney Pedro Leslie RMG Please B. Salva.
Representative Region 7. Dr. Pantaleon RMG Explorer Crodua. Representative Region 8. Hamid RMG Amid Julani. Representative Region 9.
Attorney Arthur RMG Comet Abuente. Representative Region 10. Janicio FGRF Daniel Quieta Jr. Representative Region 11. Witnesses: Senator Gregorio Gringo V. Honasan II, National President Chairman. Laborio MFGF Abraham Hanga Jr., Master Founder.
The fact could not be denied that the charisma and popularity of Senator Gregorio B. Honasan II, as the PGBI's Grand Supremo, and the magical acceptance, and the high morale and reputation of Guardians movement, contributed to each other for the growth of the Philippine Guardians Brotherhood Incorporated by leaps and bounds. Senator Gregorio B. Honasan led the PGBI as its national president and chairman from the inception of the PGBI in year 2000 up to year 2013. For 13 years, Senator Gregorio B. Honasan II was leading the organization. As early as July 2000, the organization have spread like a vine outside the Philippines, as far as Middle East, where the first leaf of PGBI was traced in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and fast spreading with no boundaries. The existence of overseas chapters, where brothers and sisters composed of overseas Filipino workers OFWs, cannot be denied, playing very important roles in growth and giving more strength in the PGBI. However, in Tacloban City Convention, on September 21, 2013, Senator Gregorio B. Honasan II was expelled from the organization through the resolution of the National Executive Council, NEC, the governing body of the Philippine Guardians Brotherhood Incorporated. In that convention, the NEC elected Attorney Rex Alvin Arab Bilagot as the new national president and chairman of the PGBI, and as such Attorney Rex Alvin Arab Bilagot became the new Grand Supremo of the PGBI. Attorney Rex Alvin RMG Arab Bilagot led the organization for about 5 years. On the 15th National Convention in Baler, Aurora, last June 2, 2018, the National Executive Council, NEC, elected Engineer Meliardan FRMG Mel Gamut as the new national president and chairman of the PGBI, who then assumed as the new Grand Supremo. On the 16th National Convention in Isilan Provincial Capital Sultan Kudarat, a resolution was made, expelling Attorney Rex Alvin Bilagot and some of his trusted men, for gross and palpable violations of the PGBI Constitution and bylaws, and in sowing intrigues and divisions within the PGBI organization. Much time, chances, and opportunity were given to Attorney Rex Alvin Bilagot and his men to rectify their errors, yet they remained stiff-necked and openly defied orders and resolutions given to them. Truly the PGBI organization had its ups and downs, and at times, cleansing was done within the organization, yet until today, the PGBI stands proud and steadfast in its goal of being a partner in our country's aim of nation building. The PGBI until now remains strong in its mission to help and care each other as brothers and sisters in the organization, and be of help in the community, molding each member into becoming a better person and remain an asset to our community. With the able leadership of Engineer Meliardan Grand Supremo Mel G. Gamut, the Philippine Guardians Brotherhood Incorporated, the organization will be moving on its right track in accordance to the principle embodied in the preamble of the PGBI Constitution and bylaws, to serve God, country, and family. The organization is getting stronger as it celebrates its 20th year of existence. Long live PGBI! Long live the Guardians!